Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a Doctor Who season review. So for this Doctor Who review, I'm going to be reviewing Doctor Who Season 16, otherwise known to us fans as Doctor Who, The Key to Time is Mine! And as you know, that is probably it's definitely the worst impression of the Shadow. So as you can tell, this is the limited edition Key to Time, and mine is 44809 out of 1500, 1500. And I do also have the re-release of it, of the Key to Time, so I kind of have it twice in my DVD collection. And I will tell you which is the one that is the most definitive version to go for, which one I enjoyed the most. But I'm literally going to show off this limited edition set proudly. I absolutely love the Key to Time season. It's not the best season for Doctor Who. It's definitely not one of the worst. Now, last time I mentioned the season, I did my whole Doctor Who ranking, all 39 seasons, basically from season 1 down to series 13 with Jodie Whittaker. So from Hartnell's first season to Whittaker's last season. And season 16 is one that I did put a bit lower, but I have rewatched it recently, and basically it's kind of why I'm giving this a review. I was kind of watching this season around about the same time as the 60th anniversary specials were airing. So I started this with when the Starbreeze was airing. I started on the same day, basically, you know, the reboss operation, and I want to talk about the stories and what I think of the season as generally as a massive whole sort of thing. So what is the Key to Time? Well, the Key to Time is basically this perfect cubed shape that literally shapes the whole of time. And of course, we have the introduction to the White Guardian in the season, and of course to the Black Guardian at the end of the season. So we can start off with basically the Doctor and K9 travelling in the TARDIS together. And then, of course, the Doctor gets summoned by the Key, basically by the White Guardian, and asking to do basically this mission for him in the reboss operation, which go search around the galaxy for the Key to Time. Well, the Key to Time is split up into 6 different segments, and the Doctor's got to use this tracer to look for all of these 6 segments, and one of them is actually a living person, so that will be a little bit of a plot in the final story. But as basically the Doctor, the White Guardian tells him he's got to travel with a companion, and the Doctor is, look, I just don't want another companion, you know. I always get into trouble. Will I just do with K9? That K9 is a machine, a very sensitive machine. I really love Tom Baker, the way he literally tries to bond with K9, the way he sticks up for K9 quite a lot. And then, of course, we meet Romana, aka Romana 1, played by Mary Tam, who gives us a great performance as the first Romana. Not my favourite Romana, because that still goes to Liana Ward, but I do quite like Mary Tam's performance as Romana. My name is Romana Landalunda. What? Look, can I just call you Romana for short? I love the fact when they're literally there on the Reboss planet, and then, of course, she goes, look, can I call you Romana for short? She goes, no. It's like, look, it's either Romana or Fred. All right, then I like Fred. Right then, that's settled. Come on, Romana. I really love Tom Baker. It's literally the 4th Doctor is Tom Baker in these stories. The Reboss operation's got a few hits and miss for me. It's not the best story to start a season. It's definitely one of the weak season openers. Compared this to Destiny of the Daleks and, of course, Horror of Fang Rock. And Horror of Fang Rock is the best opening season for Gray Williams, because this season was produced in his era. It's actually second ever season. I don't really care for the Reboss operation. I do get a little bit bored in it, and I was going to do these reviews separately, but I'm just going to do a massive whole season sort of video. Yeah, the Reboss operation, not a great start to his season. It's got some good moments in there between Tom Baker and Mary Tam's characters as the 4th Doctor and Romana. I love the fact how she does tell the Doctor his real age. She goes, have I been travelling the TARDIS for that long? I just absolutely love it. Just absolutely love those two together in part 1. Then, of course, part 2, 3, and 4 does get a little bit boring in some parts, but it's still a good episode. You just got to try and get through the boring parts. So, the second story of the season, and of course, now, this is actually my favourite story of the season. We're on to the pirate planet. So we have basically an android captain in this one who thinks he's human. We've got Mr. Fillery, we've got this little robot penguin, we have the minor people where they're singing around and using their telepathic powers. So what can I tell you? Well, the next segment to the Key to Time is actually coming from the planet Califrax. And of course, as basically the Doctor and Romana try to materialize on Califrax, the pirate planet just basically jumps in its place, and the whole planet is literally turned into a little crystal trapped in a jar. And when the Doctor finds out and basically what the pirate captain's done, he goes, "What's it for?" The way this is written by Douglas Adams, it's literally got some great, epic, pure moments in this story. I absolutely love this story, flat out. Very, very flat out. I absolutely love it because it's got humour. It's got some serious great moments from the Doctor. I mean, I love the fact where he's there trying to talk to people when he's there going, "Hello, I'm the Doctor. Can you please tell me where Califrax is?" And they literally just ignore him, and Romana offers one of them a jelly baby. Goes, "Where'd you get the jelly baby be from?" "Oh, same place you do. Your pocket." What? I really do love Tom Baker in this story. It's absolutely brilliant. The third story of the season, where we go back to Earth to look for the next segment to the Key to Time, which turns out to be a necklace worn by the Calaveri. This was actually the very first story I ever watched of the Key to Time. I didn't know what it was because I actually picked this VHS up. I picked up the VHS back in 2008 and 9. It was the very first time I actually went to a market and I found a Doctor Who VHS, and it was The Stones of Blood. So I picked it up. It was in a market in Welshpool because I went out with me Nan and Granny the day, and I literally just went into the market with them, and this bloke was selling it. So I literally just paid like £1 for it. And then, of course, I got rid of it when I got the DVDs. And then I now got all of the season 16 thanks to some sellers through Facebook, where I've managed to get all of the VHSs. And I've kind of got a fantastic VHS collection, as you'll probably remember. I did the VHS. I haven't really done an up-to-date one because I haven't got no VHSs to add into it. But hey-ho, as I was saying, this story is absolutely brilliant. I love the Ogrons, the Ogie creatures that they literally feed off blood. Quite interesting. Androids of Tara, I'm not too fond of this story. I know it's been written out in Target book recently, and I am thinking of getting it, see if my opinion on the story changes with the Target book, but it does have Mary Tamp playing Romana and a robot copy of Romana. So it's a bit of a good episode. It's not the best episode. You do have Tom Baker having a sword fight with some robots, which is actually quite good and fantastic to see. But yeah, you know, it's kind of okay. The next story, dear. Oh dear, because this is another Sci-Fi Guy's worst ever story for the Tom Baker era. He doesn't like the story. He absolutely does not like the story. But I really do owe you a massive apology for this video. In this video, another Sci-Fi Guy, because you are amazing. I'm going to have to say my actual true feelings of this story, and I get why he doesn't like the story. I have to be honest with you, I actually kind of love it. Now, yeah, okay, some things do bug me in this, like the whole swamp people with the whole green paint, and some scenes you can tell the paint's still wet on them, and I'm there thinking, yeah, you know what, they should have waited for the paint to dry a little bit before they went to filming. Tom Baker is absolutely brilliant in this story. I think Tom Baker and Mary Tam are the only two best things of this story. And the fact that we kind of have Kroll, this big, massive, squiggly creature, because he in one of the segments of the Key to Time. And basically, he does become the segment at the end. And then, of course, the Fourth Doctor does end up picking the tracer and literally sap it into him. And basically, Kroll does go straight into the Key to Time, which is actually quite good. I do quite enjoy that little scene. The way I think of it, this story, yeah, it's bad, but there's some moments I do quite enjoy. I love the fact when you got the Doctor, Romana, and this other bloke kind of captured, and they're literally being, like, trying to be stretched apart. Really give me some fantastic, literally, lessons, because I thought when I was in history at school, I used to love the fact we used to have people like, I think it was the ancient Egyptians that used to torture people by stretching them So it does give me some of those kind of vibes. I love Kroll. Kroll, I don't think he's the bad thing of the story. I mean, what's the most bad thing is literally the swamp people where you see them dancing with these fucking little kelp things with grasses and they go, Kroll, da da da, Kroll, da da da, Kroll. Yeah, I just don't care for that. But Kroll's actual design looks pretty terrifying. I mean, I think of it, and if I was going to show this to a 5-year-old, I think they would literally wet their pants. But I haven't got no kids, so unfortunately, until I do, my kids are safe around me. For now, until I introduce them to the Key to Time season. So yeah, I do quite enjoy Power of Kroll. It's not the strongest story of the season, but I never used to quite like this one. It used to be, in my mind, one of the weak Tom Baker stories. We're definitely out of the top 5. I mean, nothing can ever compare to the worst Tom Baker story, which is The Leisure High for me. But this one's kind of changed in my opinion, because I got some great moments watching the story, and I think I quite like Kroll's design. This great big squiggy alien creature thing. When it smashes through the base, it really gives me vibes to other great Doctor Who stories, specifically like a fantastic base on Justice story in the Troughton era. And of course, I do imagine something like the Sea Devils. When I watched this story for the first time on VHS, I thought it was the Sea Devils. I really did thought it was the Sea Devils when I first watched this story. Because my granddad used to take them off UK Gold, and this is one of them. So when that base on just literally that cliffhanger, when it literally smashes through the piping, I thought there was going to be a Sea Devil at the end of it, but no, it's not a Sea Devil story. I do quite enjoy Kroll, but I just don't like the flipping green people with the skirts and they're doing that stupid dance going Kroll. Yeah, I just don't care for that. And I'm sorry, Another Cypher Guy, I know you hate this story. I know you have a few issues with it, but I got to say how I feel about it when I rank the stories. And then, of course, we have the fantastic story known as the Armageddon Factor. I have to be honest with you, I do quite enjoy the Armageddon Factor. It's a great ending. I love the fact we have Leona Ward not playing Romana, but she does play another character, and that character is the living segment to the Key to Time. We meet a Shadow who is actually working for the Black Guardian to try and get the segments to the Key to Time. So while the Doctor Romana was going all around the galaxy to search for the other 5 segments, the Black Guardian sends Shadow to where he knows where the 6th segment is, and of course all segments are in the TARDIS. I love the fact how the Doctor and Romana basically make a fake part of the Key to Time segment just so they can try and slow down time and basically follow the Shadow, and of course the Black Guardian's plan. I love the fact we meet another Time Lord in this one. Frex, I think his name is Frex, who is basically a colleague that the Doctor used to know. And of course, this is where we found that the Doctor's very first time we actually knew the Doctor's nickname back in the High Council Gallifrey when they were learning to become Time Lords, and his actual nickname is Theta Sigma. Now, I did not know this until I basically watched the story, because the first time I actually heard the name the Phrygia was, of course, in the Happiness Patrol when I watched that with my dad, basically before it came out on DVD, because my dad used to have this on VHS. And I remember watching it for the first time with him, and I asked Dad, well, why is his name Phrygia? My dad says, oh, I don't know. And then later on, when I got the season for the first time, and I heard that this Time Lord calls the Doctor it, and I'm like, so this is for the first time we actually hear Phrygia. So I did quite enjoy the story. I think it's absolutely brilliant. The Black Guardian, like the whole thing at the end where he's pretending to be the White Guardian, and the Doctor goes, you really think I must be colourblind to recognise that is the Black Guardian? And of course, he literally scatters all 6 segments back through time and space. And of course, he ends up putting a device to stop the Black Guardian from trying to find the TARDIS and the Doctor. And that's basically how it ends for the Doctor and Romana, because Romana at the end of the season, well, beginning of the next season, has regenerated into Leona Ward. So yeah, that is basically a few bits about the Key to Time and all 6 stories of it. So time for me to rank all of these stories. So in 6th place, I have to say it's got to be the Reboss Operation. I just cannot get through this 3rd part. I actually do like part 1 the most out of the 4-part adventure. I do really like part 1. And to be honest with you, I kind of prefer the Big Finish audio, Silver and Ice, with Sylvester McCoy, because we do go back to the Reboss planet. And that's a much better story set on this planet. It actually is a lot better, and I kind of love it for that. It is 10 times better than what it is in this story. So yeah, it has to be the Reboss operation. Then, of course, the Androids of Tara. I do not enjoy Androids of Tara, and it's in 5th place because it's one that I don't connect with in the story. I think it could have been easily replaced with another script and set on another planet, and it'd be totally different, which some people would enjoy, and I'll be one of them. So then, of course, in 4th place, it is the Power of Kroll. I absolutely quite enjoy Power of Kroll, and I think it deserves to be in 4th place. I think it's fantastic. I do have a few issues with it, which is why it's not in the top 3, but it's one that has grown on me recently. And then, of course, we literally have the main 3 stories that I absolutely love. So in 3rd place, we have the Armageddon Factor. The Armageddon Factor, which is the final story of the Key to Time, I actually quite enjoy. Then, of course, in 2nd place, we have the Stones of Blood. And then in 1st place, we have my all-time favourite story of the season, the Pirate Planet. This is the one I just absolutely love because it's got some great serious moments in it. It's got humour in it. And it's just done absolutely brilliant and amazing. And I just absolutely love it. So then, of course, ranking these stories. So in 1st place, as I did say, we have the Pirate Planet with a massive 10 out of 10 and a big A+. Then, of course, we just have another 10 out of 10 story, which is basically the Stones of Blood in 2nd place. Then in 3rd place, we have the Armageddon Factor, which is another 10 out of 10. So we've got 3 stories in this season, which is a 10 out of 10. Then after that, we have the Power of Kroll, which I kind of rated a 7.5 out of 10. Because it's got some good moments in it, moments I did enjoy, and it's got some really bad moments in it. Then, of course, we have the Androids of Tara next in 5th place, which is basically a 3 out of 10. And I do have to say it is definitely a 3 out of 10. And then, literally in last place, we have the Reboss operation, which to me, it's literally a 1 out of 10. So what do you think of Doctor Who, The Key to Time? Is it one that you enjoy? Is it one that you don't enjoy? Do you rewatch it the most? For me, I don't really rewatch the season quite a lot. I prefer other Tom Baker seasons above this one, aka like seasons 17, seasons 18, 15, 14, 13, and 12. I really do love other Tom Baker seasons. My favourite Tom Baker season is, of course, season 13. If you want me to do a review on that story, just let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to. So anyway, let me know in the comments, what do you think of The Key to Time? Do you enjoy all 6 stories where the Doctor and Ramona are searching for the whole 6 segments of The Key to Time? Do you not like it? What is the week's story? I know if another Cypher guy is going to message me in this comment, he would actually say it be the Power of Kroll. And I do get his opinion, but I kind of like some of the moments he doesn't like with the big Kroll design. I do quite like that. But I don't really like the people in the stupid skirt things. But I still have to give it a 7.5 out of 10 because it's got some great moments in it for me. And it's got some very, very bad moments with the green people running around and wearing those stupid skinny, like, cloth things and going, Kroll, Kroll. So, yeah. Join me next time for some other fantastic Doctor Who videos. And carry on being magnificent, amazing viewers and subscribers.